The England script have been archived but remains available. The West Indies players have been given a brand new canvas and today they start splashing on it. Let's hope that by the end of this test match, it will be a work of art that we all are bidding to purchase. Hello everyone, welcome to the live watch along of the first test match between the West Indies and South Africa being played at Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad and Tobago. I appreciate your company and thank you very much for joining me. On April 10th, 1976, Clive Light declares setting India 404 runs to win at the Queen's Park Oval. By mid-afternoon on April 12th, Albert Padmore, Imitas Ali, the right-arm leg spinner googly bowler. By the way, Padmore was an off-spinner. And Rafiq Jumadeen, the slow left-arm orthodox spinner, were expected to bowl the West Indies to victory. But on the 12th of April, 1976, what happened next was a dynasty, a four-pronged pace attack that sent scared to batsmen all over the world. Today, 48 years later, we return to Queen's Park Oval and West Indies are playing two spinners in their starting 11. Jomel Warrican and Gudakesh Motie, both slow left-arm orthodox spinner, will be looking to bowl the West Indies to victory along with Roach, Steels and Older in this first test match. The West Indies have gone in with 5 specialist batsmen. Jason Older batting at 6 as the all-rounder, Joshua da Silva and the 4 bowlers. 2 pacers, 2 spinners. That's the team on the screen there. Brathwaite, Lowick, Carty, Athanaze, Hodge, Older, da Silva, Motie, Roach, Seals and Warrican. South Africa won the toss and decided to bat first. They have a very long batting lineup with Mulder, who have batted on previous occasions, batting at number 8 in this team. Contrastingly, while West Indies have gone in with 2 spinners, South Africa have played only 1. It will be left to see who got the tactics right. I have long considered Andre Coley to be the top coach in the region. I have seen him at work, very meticulous. And apart from Ryan Griffiths of Guyana, who come close, I have always seen Coley as a very meticulous, good coach. Have he gotten the tactics right? Or is he the power broker? Is it Brathwaite who is the power broker in this team? Who has the final call on this 11? It will be very interesting to note. That is something that I'll ask at a press conference. Who has the final call on the playing 11? As I said, I thank you for being here. I will be here probably for the hour and a half, maybe up to lunch. Probably depends on how the West Indies is bowling. It's Kemar Roach who will start the bowling for the West Indies. And the 2 South African batsmen are at the crease. So, reminding you that South Africa won the toss and decided to bat first. West Indies playing 11, as you see there, is displayed on the screen. So we are looking forward to a very interesting test match. We are looking forward to the watch along here as South Africa is opening with Markram and Zorzi. We are ready for the first delivery of the first test match. Roach turns and begins to move in. He's over the wicket, bowls to Markram, and that one came back sharply. Markram looking to turn it into the onside, misses, taken on the body. The score is done without loss after 1 delivery. So we are on our way at Queen's Park Oval. The pitch looked very bare. That one came back very, very sharply to Markram. So good start there by Roach, hitting a nice area. At least the first ball, no runs came from it. Is that an upgrade? As I said, the script is archived, but it is available. Roach over the wicket, 4 slips, ball to Markram onto the front foot, plays it to the man at short extra cover, and there is no run. So there's 4 slips, a backward point, and a short extra cover. The square, as I said, look very, very bare, and they are playing at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad and Tobago. Persons joining us all the time, welcome, especially those who are not watching the match but are tuning in to us on YouTube. So let's look at the field. So I'm seeing 4 slip, a backward pointer cover, mid-on, mid-wicket, Roach over the wicket, ball to Markram, allows it to go through to the Silva outside the ash stump, and there is no run. So good start here from Kemar Roach, the veteran West Indies half spinner, who just the veteran West Indies fast bowler. Probably I'm thinking of Albert Padmore, who played in that match in 1976, the half spinner. He bowled 47 overs in that second innings without getting a wicket. So it's very, very interesting. Let's watch. As the 4 slips goes down, the backward point, the cover, mid-on, mid-wicket, a fine leg. Roach ball to Markram down the leg side, looking to clip it away, misses. It goes through to the wicket keeper, Joshua the Silva, and the score remains 0-0 in over number 1, being bowled by Kemar Roach. So it's going to be a very interesting match. I'm coming to your comments at the end of the over, definitely, because without you, this would not have been possible. And you keep my company, and I really appreciate your company. Roach makes his way over the wicket, ball to Markram. Markram allows it to go through outside the ash stump. There is no run. 1 to come in the first over. So Markram and Zorzi are the 2 opening batsmen for South Africa. Markram have faced all 5 deliveries thus far, and Tony Zorzi is the opener. Tony Zorzi. So Zorzi, 4 slips, backward point, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, fine leg goes in, ball to Roach, and Markram covers up, plays it to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. West Indies start with a maiden after 1 over. South Africa winning the toss and decided to take first strike. They are none for none. Road starting with a maiden. Sherwin is saying that is Sherwin, I can't read that comment, man. Sherwin, the first comment, man. Sherwin, I cannot read that comment, man. I cannot read that comment, Sherwin. That we cannot start the game so pessimistic, Sherwin. Let's hope that the guys will do a good job. As I said in the introduction, they have a brand new canvas, and they are going to splash on it for the next 5 days. And I hope that at the end of those 5 days, we will all want to buy the work of art that they put on that canvas. So let's watch the field for Seals. He will be bowling to Zorzi, the Zorzi, who's a left-handed dreadlock opening batsman. Over the wicket comes Seals, ball to the Zorzi. Outside the half stump, it goes through, and there is no run. Athena, good morning. Greetings, good people. That's lovely, Athena. The horses already bolted. Just hang on for the ride. Rally, rally around the West Indies. Now and forever. Rally, rally around the West Indies. Never say never. Indeed, indeed. Love that. Love that. So let's watch Seals. He's taking up the bowling. So he's opening the bowling along with Roach. So I don't have an issue with this opening attack. Okay, that can go on. That you expect that to happen. A test match is started. So you expect that to happen. You expect the connectivity. There should be connectivity issues. Don't just right. It always happens. So both South African batsmen are yet to score. West Indies have bowled 8 deliveries. And this is very, very nice. Don't you feel good that we have bowled 8 deliveries and have yet to concede the runs? This is a good start. Love it. Seals over the wicket to Zorzi. There's 2 slip. Goes down as he comes in now. Over the wicket to Zorzi, and Zorzi is onto the front foot, pushes out into the offside. They go through for a single that was to the right of the field at mid-off, and by the time he gets around, they go through for a single. So South Africa off the mark. Zorzi scoring the first run, so 1 without loss after 9 deliveries. Markram comes into strike, and I'm just looking to see what field West Indies will have for Markram. Just trying to check on the field here. So the West Indies playing 11 as you would have. So let's look at the field now. 3 slips, a gully, backward point, a mid-off, a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a man on the long leg boundary. The standard field. Over the wicket, bowls to Markram, and Markram places to the man at backward point, and there is no run. Good start there by Seals, hitting the right area. So both bowlers are off to a good start here. I like the start that both bowlers, they seem to be bowling most of the deliveries in the right area. They cannot bowl all deliveries in the right area. They are not machines, they are not robots, they are human beings. But if they continue to bowl majority of the deliveries in the right area, we'll be all happy. So Seals is it. He comes into Markram, the slips goes down, and Markram plays this to the man at mid-wicket. That's Warrican, the left-arm spinner, sends the return to the keeper. Off lob, off throw, and there is no run. The score remains at 1 without loss. 1 delivery to come. In over number 2, it has been bowled by Jayden Seals. Markram is yet to get off the mark. Zorzi, who is his opening partner, has gone 1. And so let's watch now as we're going to see the final delivery of the second over from Jayden Seals. He's over the wicket, bowls to Markram, and Markram allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. After 2 overs, South Africa winning the toss and batting are 1 without loss. Donald Popo, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. I appreciate it. Sherwin, please, Sherwin, don't sap our energy with the pessimism so early. Please, Sherwin, don't sap our energy, sir. Let's have some optimism. It's our team. Sherwin, if you continue with the pessimism, I'm going to think that you're not a supporter of West Indies cricket. Athena is saying that Mona Lisa have nothing on us. Lovely, lovely. That's positive vibes. Tyrell is saying that it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how Brathwaite use the 2 spinners. So this is Roach round the wicket to Zorzi. 3 slips a gully, backward point, and a mid-off. He comes in bowl to Zorzi. Good delivery there. It comes in on the angle, touchdown, and then leave the batsman who didn't play. Probably a little wide, but as I always said, nothing is wrong with starting a little wide and then work your way in closer to the off stump. That is always my theory. Don't go for that wonder ball early. Start a little wide and work your way in towards the off stump. Roach, round the wicket to Zorzi. That's a better delivery. The batsman covers up. It goes behind him. Didn't really challenge the off stump, although it comes out of the middle of the bat, but he probably just slackened. He's a left-hander, so he slackened the left-hander probably a little bit, and the ball still goes behind him, but it didn't really challenge the off stump. So no damage done. The score remains 1 for 1. Maybe the stumps were in more danger of his foot than really the ball as he was pushing back his foot. Roach. Round the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi just opened the face of the bat and guides it into the wide gap in the offside, because there's a backward point and there's a mid-off, so there's a lot of gap in the offside, and he just played it into that gap. They go through for another single. The score moves up now to 2 without loss. All 2 runs have been scored by Zorzi, the left-handed dreadlock opening batsman from South Africa. Markram have yet to score. And after 1.3 overs, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat first There are 2 without loss. So it's going to be interesting. What happened there? So Roach bowled to Markram. I never saw that delivery. And it peels off the outside edge and flew away down to third man for 4. So you could is what you would have heard commentators call moral victory, but it's still 4 runs in the book. So there was 4 slip. It peels off the outside edge, went high above the slip, down to third man for 4. Markram is on 4, South Africa 6 without loss. Roach over the wicket to bowl to Markram, tight onto the stumps. He plays it to mid-wicket and there is no run. The score remains 6 without loss in over number 3. So 1 to come in over number 3, 1 delivery to come in over number 3. So let's watch now. I'm just showing that shot. So Markram was on the back foot, looking to play an extravagant shot through the offside, but it didn't come out of the middle of the bat. Let's watch Roach though. He comes in over the wicket, bowl to Markram, and Markram turned this to the man at mid-on, and there is no run. After 3 overs, South Africa winning the toss, deciding to bat first. They are 6 without loss. Markram on 4, Zorzi on 2. Sylvester Biscuit is saying, good morning to you and all cricket fans. Welcome to the show. I appreciate it, Sylvester Biscuit. Good morning, Carlton. I'm enjoying your commentary per usual. Thank you, Keith Aaron. Always Robinson, Keith Aaron. Is Ainsworth Irish? No, it has not been shown on YouTube. I am presently watching it on Rush. So let's see. Seals over the wicket to Zorzi, bowls. He defends down the offside of the pitch. The fielder at mid-off comes in and field, and there is no run. Oran Hernandez, blessing to you, man. Blessing to you. Brian Moore, I think I would say pick a West Indies team. I don't want to go there. There's no Jamaican in the team, but I'm still going to say that he pick a West Indies team. Well, yes, Brian Moore, I just want us to be very optimistic. It's the start of the test match. Let's be optimistic. That's my view. Seals over the wicket to Zorzi, pitched up, ducked it out, down to past the man at mid-off. He's going to run very close to the mid-off boundary. It was a long off boundary. It was a good delivery. They're gone for 1. It comes very close to the boundary and they'll go back for 3. So it was pitched up by Seals, ducked out, and it goes wide off through mid-off, very straight. The mid-off fielder was a little wide, gave chase, and the batsman goes through for 3. You can understand this. I just getting a close-up at the pitch there now, and it looks very, very, very dry. You can already see cracks in it. So Markram comes into strike. He is on 4. Zorzi is on 5. They are 9 without loss. Seals, 3 slip and a goal. It goes down, bowl to Markram. That one shape a little away. He leaves it alone. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 9 without loss. So just going back to the delivery, it was a pitched up delivery. It's a good delivery. Seals was looking to York Zorzi. He came down on it. And because he's on a backward point and the mid-off is a little wide. He's a more round to his right instead of straight. And the ball goes through straight mid-off, and they were able to get 3. That's the nature of the game. Markram seconds as Seals makes his way, passes the umpire, bowl to Markram, good leave. That one probably leave more on length as it goes over the top of the off stump, and there is no run. The score remains 9 without loss. We are in over number 4, and it is being bowled by Jayden Seals. I'm happy with this start. Trust me, I'm very happy with the start. The only thing that probably could have gotten this start better for us is if we have gotten a wicket. But it's a very, very good start as we're in over number 4, and South Africa is yet to reach 10. In the recent series, we would not have been able to say that. 3 slips goes down as Seals bowl to Markram, and he covers up down the onside of the pitch. Seals just stepped across and field, and there is no run. The score remains 9 without loss, with one delivery to come in over number 4. So I'm watching the match on Rush Sports. Rush Sports. That's where I am watching it. And I think if you viewers all over the Caribbean can watch it there. But if you cannot watch it, you can tune in. I'm continuing to give you live score update. Seals to Markram. He just ride the bounce of that one and plays it to the man at backward point who charges in field after 4 overs. South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat. Are now 9 without loss. Please repeat the West Indies playing 11. Joining late. So yes, okay. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to do that. So the West Indies playing 11 is Brathwaite, Louis, Carty, Athanaze, Hodge, Mulder, the Silva, Motie, Roach, Seals, and Warrican. So that's the West Indies playing 11. Thank you very much, Keith Aaron. I'm always happy to do that. Ball by ball, give us the speed of the ball. Okay, thank you very much, Oran. I will get that to you. So there's 3 slips. There's the one man at cover. Roach round the wicket to Zorzi, wide outside the half stump. Didn't force the batsman to play. That was wide, and there is no run. Hopefully Roach will get it a little closer, for that delivery was even wider than his very first delivery. They are not, you know what, I would really love to see a span of the field right now, but I'm not getting a span of the field. I didn't get I didn't get it on that delivery. I'm going to tell you soon. Roach round the wicket to Zorzi, plays it out into the offside. The man at cover fields, and there is no run. So there are 3 slips, a backward point, a cover, a mid-off. That's the 6 on the offside. On the onside, you have a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a man on the 5-leg boundary. So there's a 6-3 field. And that's the pitch I'm telling you about. It looks very, very dry. Already you can see cracks start appearing. Sometimes these cracks might not open up, but Roach round the wicket to Zorzi defends the man at mid-wicket field, and there is no run. So from here, not being at Trinidad, just looking at the pictures that I am seeing, it has a brownish look. And sometimes that brownish look could mean some moisture under there. But it could mean that. But I'm going with that it is very dry. I think this pitch looks very dry to what I am seeing. I think if there was some moisture, it would be a lot browner, turning almost black. Roach round the wicket to Zorzi. It shapes away, allows it to go through. There is no run. 9 without loss. We are in over number 5. 2 deliveries to come. So I really think this pitch is dry. Well, tell me, what are the commentators saying? Those who are listening to the commentators. You know, so it's going to be very interesting. I keep on forgetting Oran to look at the speed, but I'm going to tune in on this one. I'm going to give you the speed on this one. Roach round the wicket to Zorzi, much better delivery, but the batsman played that well. He leaves that. Roach is bowling at 132, so 132 kilometers per hour there from Roach. 132, so not bad. 132 is not bad. It's still you really want him to be high 30s, early 40s, but 132, you can live with that with his age, and he's keeping it nice and tight. So 132 Oran, I will go to Seals in the next over. Round the wicket to Zorzi. Again, he leaves it outside the half stump. It goes through to the keeper. The end of over number 5, South Africa 9 without loss. Markram and 4. Zorzi is at 5. And after 5 overs, South Africa 9 without loss. And so Roach is very good at keeping the runs down. He's not a wicket taker. I'm sure when in the Caribbean, Roach is a genuine wicket taker. He has proven that over the years. And he has been a genuine wicket taker in the Caribbean. Away from the Caribbean, his record is not what we would want it to be. But in the Caribbean, he's a genuine wicket taker. Keith Aaron, man. Leave alone Seals. So Seals is up to, say, 132 also. Seals is 132. 132 there from Seals. Yes, that was 132 that delivered from Seals also. So he leaves alone outside the off stump. Keith Aaron, come on, man. And Charles Taylor is saying that he thinks that this should be Roach Farewell series. I am being honest. I wish West Indies all the best in the world. Let's go. Charles Taylor, I don't have an issue with those opinions, Charles Taylor. Seals over the wicket to Markram. He bowls to Markram. Markram plays a forcing shot off the back foot into the gap on the offside. Warrican gives chase. They come back for 2, and that's all they will get. That's not Warrican. That's Carty. Sorry, Carty that gave chase. They come back for 2, and so Markram is up to 6. The score 11. So that was back of a length. Markram rising the bounce. The bounce, full face of the bat through the offside. They got 2. South Africa moves up to 11 without loss in over number 6. So very interesting here. Some adjustment being made in the field. So they're done with the third slip, and this tells you that the pitch is very dry and put him in the covers. Seals to Markram, and Markram places through the covers, diving stop by the field at backward point. Nonetheless, they got a singer. So good effort there by the field at backward point. That seems to be, who is that? Is that Louis? That seemed to be Mikyle Louis, the field at backward point. Again, bowling to Markram. He plays through the line. This pitch is very flat. But a diving effort by the field at backward point stopped it from going to the boundary, and they got a singer. 12 without loss in over number 6. Yes, it was Mikyle Louis. So West Indies really operating with 2 slips now and a gully. Seals up to the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, wide outside the off stump. Joshua da Silva skipped across first slip and collect, and wide signal by the umpire. So that's the first extra of the South African innings, bowled by Jayden Seals. He's in his 3rd over. 13 without loss at this stage. So the score is 13 without loss. So Jayden Seals has to re-bowl that one. Markram is on 7. Zorzi is on 5. He seconds and wait for Seals to come into him now. Seals turns with the side screen behind him. He's up over the wicket, bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi plays a forcing shot into the covers to the right of mid-off. They go through for a quick singer. He moves up now to 7. He moves up to 6. Sorry, he moves up to 6. Markram is on 7. That comes into strike. 14 without loss. So I'm trying to pick up the end. Yes, so Seals is bowling from the player's pavilion end. So he's bowling from the pavilion end, while Roach is bowling from the press box end at Queen's Park Oval. So let's watch now as Markram now. So Seals coming in from the pavilion end. I finally realized which end he's bowling from. Over the wicket to Markram. Markram allows it to go through outside the off stump. There is no run. 1 to coming over number 6. So reminding you, persons joining all the time, reminding you the West Indies playing 11 is Brathwaite, Louis, Carty, making his test debut. Athanaze, Hodge, old at 6, Da Silva at 7. West Indies going with 2 spinner, Warrican and Motie, Seals and Roach. That's the West Indies playing 11. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to slash a like on the video, and please also remember our hurricane relief effort. Roach over the wicket, the 2 slips goes down, bowl to Markram, allows it to go through outside the off stump. At the end of over number 6, South Africa are 14 without loss. Did I say Roach a while ago? No, it's Seals. Seals was the one who bowled that last delivery. So Charles Taylor is saying that he really believes that this should be, this should be Roach farewell test. Sammy St. Ellen is saying, good morning, Cricket Forum. I see a 5-wicket all for Motie. I don't waste much time to bring him on. Well, okay, that's his strategy. I do not mind persons putting forward their strategy. I really don't mind that any at all. Thank you, Charles Taylor. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Carlton, you are on YouTube. Yes, I am on YouTube, Keith Aaron. Okay. I got the point. I got the point. Keith Aaron, no man, you're doing a good job at it. So 3 slips, backward point, cover mid off, Roach round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. The score remains at 14 without loss. There's also a middle and a mid wicket, and a man on the fine leg boundary. So let me see if I can go through a comment or two as Roach goes back to the top of his market. I don't want to miss any deliveries. Robinson, good to have you here, man. You have been a stalwart in this community of late, and we will always appreciate you here. Greetings, my bro. Hope our boys can redeem themselves. Roach round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, who plays it back down the pitch to the bowler, who fielding is followed through, and there is no run. That's the danger of doing the comment between deliveries, as Roach has a very sharp run up and he's not wasting any time. Greetings, my bro. Hope we can redeem ourselves and Motie make us proud again. Well, Robinson, I hope the whole team make us proud. Roach, round the wicket to Zorzi. Zorzi leaves alone outside the off stump. He must force him to play now. Roach is in his 4th over. If this was his first or second over and he was bowling that line, it would be okay. But in his 4th over now, he should be fully warm. He should really be challenging the off stump a little more. I don't want him to get too straight and be worked through mid-wicket, but he should be challenging the off stump. Roach, better delivery. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. That's where he needs to pitch it. It touched down just about off stump and then just leave the batsman ever so slightly. Let's watch that one. Okay. Well bowled. That's what I'm saying, that in his 4th over, he should now be bowling more of these. That was a lovely delivery. And another occasion that could have easily edged and gone through to the keeper. Don't get straight though. He leaves it outside the off stump. It goes to the keeper. Nothing wrong with that. That one was a little wider, but he's not a robot. But the batsman judged well and allows it to go through outside the off stump. This is good bowling though by Roach. Good bowling. 14 without loss in over number 7. 1 to come. So 1 to come in Roach. 7th over. 1 to come. He has so far bowled 3.5 overs. None for 5. 2 maidens out of those. Comes in bowl to Zorzi. Zorzi pushes at that one, beaten outside the off stump, through to the keeper, and there's no run. Roach have a smile on his face. So there he was, bringing the batsman forward, and he pushes at that one, beaten outside the off stump. At the end of Roach, 4th over, he has so far bowled 4 overs, 2 maiden, none for 5, Seals, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 9. Markram is on 7, Zorzi is on 6, South Africa winning the toss and batting are 14 without loss after 7 overs. So, do you know how fast Tarn is? Hopefully of young fast bowlers. No, I don't know how fast Tarn is, but there's Motie coming into the attack. I think it would. Who was it said that they would have bowled Motie right away? I know someone said that they would have bowled Motie right away. So Motie is coming into the attack. True basic, I don't know how fast Storm is, but there's a fast bowler from, let's not say where he's from, because I don't want to really trivialize the country. He's a West Indies fast bowler. If you know, you know. I think his name is Roniko Smith. I don't quite remember his first name. I know it starts without R. I don't quite remember how it pronounced. So Motie is into the attack right away. Round the wicket, leg slip and slip balls to Markram, who's on the front foot and plays it to the man at backward point. There is no run. There was someone in the community earlier who said that Motie should come into the attack right away. The pitch is dry. Well done to that person. Good call. Motie ball to Markram, turns it off his spot to short mid wicket. They go through for a quick singer. He will move up now to 8-15 without loss. Zorzi comes into strike. When over number 8. So Zorzi, will Motie switch to over the wicket? So let's say Har Smith from Barbados. Oh, well, I said I wasn't going to call the country, but it let out. But Har Smith from Barbados. That's the fast bowler we should be looking at right now. I'm not saying that he's bowled to Zorzi, plays it out into the offside, and there's no run. I'm not saying he's ready for Test cricket. I'm not saying that he should be in the Barbados team. I'm not saying that senior team either. But look at him. I think he's our most promising fast bowler. Motie to Zorzi, and he swings us away. Slug sweep over the top. Let's watch the signal. It's gone all the way. 6 runs. So Zorzi there just slug sweeping Motie over cow corner for 6. The score moves up to 21. So Motie there just guilty of just over pitching that one. Zorzi slug sweeping it away over cow corner, 6 runs. So 21 now, 4-1. Dean the man is saying that he thinks Jayden Seals will be a man of the series. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Northern District, it will be soon, but you know, after we're gonna concentrate on the West Indies game. But thank you, Northern District, for asking that question. But we will do the Test series, then we'll do the T20 series, and it will be a very short window, and then we will get to the CPL preview. But thank you, but we are going to concentrate on this now. Augustus Foster is saying the pitch is terrible. Okay, very interesting. Thank you for that update. Are you at Queen's Park Oval? Can we join you at Queen's Park Oval? Motie to Zorzi comes in. That's a much better delivery. The batsman plays outside the off stump, misses, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Much better delivery, much better line, much better lead. Bringing Zorzi forward onto the front foot. He pushes forward and is beaten. A slip and a forward short leg. Motie to Zorzi. Zorzi hit this high in the air again. Down towards long on, over the top for 6 more. Motie guilty of overpitching. Another 6 there by Zorzi. The score moves up now to 27 without loss at the end of over number 8. So not a good start there by Gudakesh Motie. That over going for 13 runs as South Africa moves up to 27. Zorzi is 18 not out. Aiden Markram is an 8. Kemar Roach 4 overs, 3 maidens, none for 5. Jayden Seals 3 over, no maiden, none for 9. And Gudakesh Motie 1 over, going for 13 runs. South Africa winning the toss, deciding to bat first after 8 overs. They are 27 without loss. Good morning, Rodney. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, Rodney. Gary LaRose, nice to have you, man. Good. You have been a stalwart always here, keeping my company, and I appreciate it very much. I really appreciate it. So Roach to start is 5th over. He moves in now, 2 slip, and there's a ring field already. Short mid-wicket, bowls to Markram, who look to play a forcing shot off the back foot. It comes off the inner portion of the bat and goes down to mid-on, and there is no run. So West Indies going into the match with 2 spinners. Good morning, my brethren. As West Indians, we all must rally around the team for this series at home. Roach comes in now as Jason Ola just making some adjustment. However, I am concerned about Shamar Joseph non-selection. Roach bowls to Markram, he defends down the offside of the pitch and there is no run. After bowling out the mighty Australian. Gary LaRose, I am not concerned about Shamar Joseph non-selection. I think it was tactical. It's nothing more than that. We see teams like Australia, India, England rotating their bowlers, and it's not a drop. We must not believe one of the things, LaRose. Let's watch this delivery from Roach. Over the wicket, bowls to Markram. Markram tight in defense, plays it to mid-on, and there is no run. We should not believe that because a bowler doesn't play in one match, it means therefore he's dropped. It's a very dry surface. Roach is always going to play. Seals is always going to play. Having taken the most wickets in England for the West Indies. And they decide to go with 2 spinners. So it's not drop. It's tactical. So that was a no ball from Roach, 28 without loss. It's tactical and not drop. Roach over the wicket to Markram, bowls to Markram again, tight on the stump, plays to mid-wicket, and there is no run. The score remains 28 without loss. So it's not drop LaRose, it's tactical, and I really don't have an issue with it. Judging on the pitch, I would not have played him. I would not have played him either. You know. So I don't think it's not much to worry about, man. It's not much to worry about. And I'm trying to ease your uneasiness. Over the wicket, bowls to Markram. Markram drives back down the pitch to the bowler. Roach fielding is followed through, and there is no run. The score remains 28 without loss. There are times when a player will be rotated. So it's not every time. I get the impression by a number of West Indies fans, when a player is leave out of the team or is dropped, they think that player will never get back into the team. You know, we should not look at it like that. That's what I would say. Don't look at it like that, man. Shamar Joseph is going to play a lot of Test cricket. Roach bowls to Markram, drives straight to the man at backward point. Who did stopped it? He didn't pick it up cleanly, but he stopped it, and there is no run. So let's hope that this bowling attack do well, because with or without Shamar Joseph, we want the team to win. You know. And so Rodney is saying that bring in change bowler every 5 overs. Keep the bowlers fresh. Yes, nothing wrong with that. Yes, nothing good. Over the wicket, bowls to Markram. That one kept low already. Markram after jab dug on it. So after 9 overs, 9 overs, South Africa are 28 without loss after winning the toss and decided to bat. So after 9 overs, 28 without loss. This is not a bad start. So Markram is an 8. Tony Zori is an 18. Roach have so far bowled 6 overs, isn't it? 6 or 5? 5 overs, 3 maidens, none for 6. Jayden Seals, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 9. And Gudakesh Motie, who bowled at 1 over for 13 runs. And he will continue now from the players' pavilion end. And he will be bowling to Zorzi. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting here now. How he goes in this over. Really looking forward to see this over. So let's watch Gudakesh Motie So Northern District, I would have said that already. Ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi turn this one to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. So Motie probably need now to pull back his length a little in this over. Let's watch. Over the wicket, ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi stroke this into the offside. Pleasant shot. The fielder cover gave chase down towards the boundary, slides, pick up, and they come back for the second. The score moves up to 30 without loss. Zorzi, he moves up now to 20. Markram remains at 8. So Motie there just a little wide. Now, it's going to be very interesting here as Gudakesh Motie now comes in. Over the wicket to bowl to Zorzi. It's in. Bowl to Zorzi, and Zorzi onto the front foot. Plays it to the man at cover, and there is no run. So there's a slip and a forward short leg. Backward point cover, mid-off. I can tell you those 5 fielders. That I need to tell you where the other 4 are at this time. Bowls to Zorzi, and he places down to the man at long on. So there's a field at long on. So I'm going to, and he goes through for a single. But Markram comes into strike. I think the field will change now, though. So Zorzi moves up to 21. 31 without loss. Markram and 8 comes into strike. So Motie here comes in. Bowl to Markram, who's on the front foot, plays it to the man at backward point, and there is no run. So for Markram, there's a forward short leg, there's a slip, a backward point, a mid-off, a cover on the boundary, a long off, a mid-on, and a mid-wicket. Let's watch now as Motie comes in round the wicket to Markram. Just been held up by the umpire. Now bowls to Markram, moves off the back foot, cuts it, can't beat backward point, and there is no run. At the end of over number 10, South Africa winning the toss and decided to bat. They are 31 without loss with Markram and 8, Zorzi on 21. Why was Mackenzie dropped? Brandon Webb, I don't know, but what I can tell you is that it was going to be always going to be very difficult to defend Mackenzie continuing in the test team after the 3 failures in England. It's going to be very difficult. And I said it before the start of the test series that because Mackenzie had such a poor regional first-class series, if he goes to England and failed, his position will be under a lot of pressure. If Mackenzie had a better, a more productive regional first-class series, I don't think the failures in England would have seen him being dropped from the squad. Over the wicket, outside the half-turn to Zorzi, and there is no run. Even if he had a better regional first-class series, he would have gone to England with more confidence, and he would have made more runs in England, even if he did not make a half-century. So because he never got the numbers in the regional first-class series, he went to England low on confidence. And those 6 innings failures, he was always going to struggle to keep his spot in the team. Round the wicket to Zorzi, drives through the offside. It's going to run very close to the cover boundary. They will get 2. Brathwaite gave chase. He held on to the ball. He didn't send the return in right away. Did Carty misfield that? Just looking at the replay to see if Keacy Carty misfield. But that was another drive by Zorzi. Seals pitched up, and Zorzi onto the front foot. Drives. Carty should have stopped that. He should have done much better. Seals not very happy. He shook his head. Not very happy. Let's watch now as Zorzi seconds. Seals over the wicket, leaves alone by Zorzi as it goes through to the keeper. So, it's going to be it was always going to be very hard for Mackenzie to keep his spot in the team after those failures. This is not a bad start. They are looking they're taking the shine off the ball. So he was referring to. And Keith Aaron is saying that that's okay, no, Keith Aaron. It's okay for us to have two different opinions, you know. So it's okay to disagree with me. I don't have an issue with that, Keith Aaron. That's fine, man. Round the wicket to Zorzi. Zorzi leaves it alone, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 33 without loss. We are in over number 11. It has been bowled by Jayden Seals, replacing Roach at the commentary box end. So it's all right. Nothing wrong with having a different opinion, and that's what makes this community so good, because we're always it brings interest when we see things differently. So it's okay. It's okay, Keith Aaron. You know I don't have an issue with that. But I maintain, judging on this pitch, Seals, round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, drives, again beat the cover. It's going to run very close to the boundary. This time Brathwaite cannot get there. It goes into the boundary now for 4. Zorzi looking very impressive here, as he just came on the front foot and stroked that one nicely through the cover. It goes down to the boundary for 4 more. He moves up to 27. He just came on the front foot, stroke it. That should Carty have stopped that one again. I'm not getting an angle to make a good assessment, but Seals clearly not happy as he's once again shaking his head. Nonetheless, though, Zorzi moves up to 27, 37 without loss. It's a very flat pitch. 2 slip and a gully. Seals to Zorzi. That one comes back into him. The batsman covers up and plays it back to the bowler. So Keith Aaron, while you have another opinion than I, and you are talking that Ambrose got a lot of wicket there, and this pitch is very flat, and there are horses for courses. We cannot say because Ambrose got a lot of wicket there, it doesn't matter the state of the pitch. We are going to automatically play Shamar, Joseph, or 3-4 pace bowlers. I don't think it goes like that, Keith Aaron. This pitch is dry, and I would have gone with the 2 spinners. That doesn't take away from the fact that Ambrose got a lot of wicket at Queen's Park Oval. I really think that we are looking at horses for courses. And the pitch is dry. And so it appears to me that this was an instruction from our captain and our coach to the curator to prepare a dry pitch. That's a question that we probably need to ask also. What was it that this was instruction given to the curators? Motie bowls to Markram, who drives through the offside down towards the boundary. The fielder on the boundary comes in, sends the return to the keeper. They go through for a single. Markram moves up to 9. Zorzi, who's on 27, comes into strike. South Africa 38 without loss. We are in over number 12. It has been bowled by Gudakesh, Motie to Zorzi. Nice line, nice length. The batsman covers up, plays it out into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains at 38 without loss. So there's a slip, a forward short leg. There's a backward point, there's a cover mid-off. Motie to Zorzi onto the front foot, plays it back to the bowler, and there is no run. There's a deep mid-wicket, and there's a long on. So those 2 fielders are on the boundary. Yes. Motie over the wicket, bowls to Zorzi, and he drives through backward point down towards the boundary. It's slowing up, but it gets there now. 4 runs. The fielder, that's Roach, couldn't pick it up. Another lovely shot by Zorzi. He moves up now to 30. He moves up now, it's 31. So that was a lovely shot. He moves up to 31. Yes, the score is on 42 without loss. So Gudakesh Motie here, probably the ball is just a little bit too new. And the first morning of a test match, so probably just struggling here. He's just struggling to just find that line and length on a consistent basis. But let's see what he will do here now. 31 for Zorzi, 42 without loss. 3 4s, 2 6s. He's really batting well. Motie to Zorzi on the front foot, plays it to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. So Zorzi here now just taking a liking to Motie. Final delivery of over number 12. Gudakesh Motie over the wicket. Ball to Zorzi, and Zorzi off the back foot turns this one through forward short leg. They will drop through for a single. The score moves up now to 43. Zorzi move up to 32. At the end of over number 12, South Africa winning the toss and batting are 43 without loss. Gary LaRose is saying, Seals now Roach. All right, guys, put it this way, Gary LaRose, because you think Shamar should play. Nothing wrong if you think Shamar should play. I'm sure if you were the coach, you are the captain, you would have selected Shamar. And nothing wrong with that, because we are entitled to put forward our position. And so, but I would not have selected him. You know, I would have gone. Judging on the pitch, I would have gone with these two spinners. Would I have gone with Warrican over Charles? No. But I would have still gone with two spinners. Hopefully, though, Warrican does well and justify his selection. But it's okay, LaRose, if you think that Shamar should play. I am not going to tell you that he should not have played, because you are entitled to your opinion. That's your right. Over the wicket, ball to Zorzi. That Seals, two slipped on a gully, a backward point. He defends down to mid-off, and there is no run. So there's two slips, backward point, mid-off, and two slips, backward point, cover mid-off, and a gully. So that's the 6 on the offside for Seals. So let me give it to you. Two slips, a gully, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and the man on the final leg boundary. Over the round the wicket, bowls to Zazari, tight onto the stump, he covers up Zorzi, plays it back down the pitch, and there is no run. Is your doctrine of rotation vis-a-vis Shamar Joseph? I agree with the selection. Judging on the pitch, right, let me say this, and I think judging on the pitch that I saw, I agree with the selection of playing two spinners. And I round the wicket, ball to Zorzi, tight onto the stump, Seals, he defends it to mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains at 43 without loss. That is my opinion. I know that others will have different opinion, and I welcome those different opinions. I respect your different opinions. Mine is, though, that I would have gone in with the two spinners. Ric Flair, let's watch Seals. As he comes over the wicket, round the wicket, bowls to Zorzi, again tight onto the stumps. This is a good over by Seals as the batsman plays it out to mid-off, and there is no run. The score remains 43 without loss. You know, Ric Flair, and that is the beauty that I always talk about opinions. Because someone earlier in the comment section said that Motie should come on due to the nature of the pitch. You know, so he came on due to the nature of the pitch. It's a very dry pitch, and that's why he's bowling this early. Round the wicket, ball to Zorzi onto the front foot, plays it to mid-off cover, and there is no run. Seals continues to bowl well, especially in this over. 43 without loss. Zorzi is on 32. Markram is on 9. We are in over number 13. Yes, one to come in over number 13. Seals 4.5 over so far. No maiden, none for 15. Roach bowled 5 overs, 3 maidens, none for 6. And Gudakesh Motie, very expensive, 3 overs, none for 22. Seals is it? Round the wicket to Zorzi, and Zorzi defends down to mid-off, and there is no run. That was a good over by Seals. After 13 overs, South Africa winning the toss, deciding to bat. They are 43 without loss. Markram is on 9. Zorzi is on 32, is it? Yes, he's on 32. Markram is on 9. South Africa, 43 without loss after 13 overs. So, just a South African hanging around. Welcome, Envoy. Glad to have you here. Thank you for staying around, and you already start with the banter, you know? And that question you're asked is already banter, you know, he's asking, you know. So who is your danger batsman? Thank you. Welcome, man, and you start already. So Jason Holder to pick up the attack. You know? And he's taking an eternity to start. While the other bowlers get on with the job, Jason Holder is taking an eternity to start his over. Patrick Clark, good morning. Welcome. Nice to hear, Patrick. I appreciate your company. Thank you for being here. So 2 slips, backward point cover, and mid-off. Holder bowls to Markram. He's bowled. Jason Holder got the breakthrough. What a beauty. Oh, it big back between bat and pad, and the stump knocked back Jason Holder. He took an eternity to bowl the delivery, but he knew what he was doing. And Jason Holder struck, and Markram gone. What a wicket by the West Indies. Jason Holder lovely delivery. Oh, the stump knocked out of the ground. It kept low though. Nonetheless, Jason Holder got the breakthrough, and West Indies picked up their first wicket. South Africa 43 for 1. He's dancing at Queen's Park Oval. Well bowled, Holder. Well bowled. Seymour Davis is saying, tell me something. Where is Blackwood? I couldn't tell you, Seymour Davis. I absolutely don't know. So Ricky Flair is responding to Envoy. Nice, lovely. Turn it up, Ricky Flair. Turn it up. Bonnie Belfon is saying, good morning, everyone. Thanks very much from Nevada. It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Lansley Blake is saying that West Indies never had a bowler like Ambrose before or after him. Wasn't he such a wonderful bowler? Mrs. Cricket Forum, welcome. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here, Mrs. Cricket Forum. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure having you here. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, Mrs. Cricket Forum. Darrella Rose is saying, nothing is wrong with 2 spinners if the pitch is a spinning pitch, but not 2 left-arm spinners. Charles should have gotten the nod in front of Warrican. Those views are sentiments. Fidel, Gary LaRose, I would have given Charles the nod ahead of Warrican. 2 different type of spinners. I would not have gone in with it, especially. So South Africa have Zorzi. How many left-handers do they have in there? But no, it's a right-handed batting lineup. And probably that's why they're gone in with the 2 left-arm spinner. You know. Because just checking it, just looking at the South African batting lineup. Bavuma is right-handed. Stubbs is right-handed. Stubbs is going to bat at 3. Bedingham is right-handed. Rickelton is a left-hander. Isn't Rickelton the left-hander? I don't recall. But I agree with you, LaRose. I would not have gone in with the 2 left-arm spinner. But nonetheless, let us support them. Let's hope that at the end of the day, Warrican and Motie will both produce. Would we be able to bowl out South Africa for less than 250? Just look at that delivery goals. It kept low though. It kept low, and this is worrying sign, but nonetheless, Older getting the breakthrough. Look at that Stubbs go flying. I can just imagine the Olders fans right now. Oh my Lord. I can just imagine the Olders fan. Well bowled, Jason Older. Well bowled. I can just imagine. So Markram gone. Fidel da Silva is going to be very, very difficult for us to get them out for less than 250. I definitely think so. Bowl the quicks. And, someone was saying, why Motie ahead of Jason Older? And isn't it wonderful? We have so many different opinions, and sometimes we get it right and sometimes we get it wrong. That's the beauty of it all, isn't it? Oh my, that's the beauty of it. So Tristan Stubbs comes to the crease, and he's a very attacking batsman. So I can give you the field, 3 slips, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, fine leg. Older is in. Over the wickets to Stubbs, and Stubbs nervously coming to the front foot and place it to mid-off, and there is no run. He reaches for that one. Normally, would allows that one to go through, but you can see he's nervous. He reaches at that one, but that ball not only kept low, but it jogged back. It jogged back a long way. Well bowled, Jason Older. He's very, very happy. Let's hope that he gets a lot more wickets in the series. Older to Stubbs, and Stubbs turned this off his pad. True square leg. The field at mid-wicket giving chase. They touch them for 1. They come back for 2. Warrican catches up with it halfway towards the square leg boundary, and they got 2. 49 for 1. Stubbs off the mark. Older probably just a little bit too straight there. Love those deliveries starting probably 4th stump or thereabout. 45 for 1 in over number 14, being bowled by Jason Older. Leaves alone outside the off stump, through to the keeper, and there is no runs. Dexter Clemency saying, good morning, Mr. Forum. Good commentary. I am at work, so this is about the only way I can follow the game. Thank you, Dexter Clemency. And I'm particular, persons who can just listen. As Dexter said, they are at work, they are not watching the match and can only listen. I really reach out to those people. Older to Stubbs, leaves alone outside the off stump, through to the Silva, and there is no run. The score remains at 45 for 1 in over number 14. Sherwin is saying, Mr. Brown, these persons, these people who are asking for Blackwood. Let's watch now as Ola begins to make his run. He's up to the stump, bowl to Stubbs, and Stubbs forward on the front foot defense, back to the bowler, and there is no run. So that was a wicket over there. So Ola picking up the wicket of Markram. Gone, bowled by Jason Older. It was an absolute wonderful delivery. Markram gone for 9 from 34 deliveries. Older bowling 1 over, getting 1 wicket for 2 runs. After 14 overs, South Africa winning the toss and deciding to bat first, are 45 for 1 after 14 overs. They must not have been watching cricket. Sherwin, Sherwin, you're doing a show. Sherwin is doing a show. You are saying that you will not select him for the Jamaica team. He's not good enough to play for the West Indies. And so Seals is going to continue. He's going to bowl to Zorzi. Over the wicket, bowls to Zorzi, allows it to go through outside the off stump, and there is no run. So Divinely Empowered is saying, don't you think Ruston Chase should be playing to get both bat and ball which will help the team better. Divinely, thank you for that comment. But it's we have a policy here that once the test starts, we concentrate on the squad and more so the 11 that is playing. It's just a policy. Over the wicket comes Seals to Zorzi, outside the off stump, through to the keeper. That doesn't mean we don't discuss these issues on occasions. We do. But we try to our best to support especially the 11 that is on the field. For those who let's watch this delivery. As Zorzi Seckers Seals over the wicket to Zorzi. He's over the wicket, ball to Zorzi, peels off the outer portion of the bat to backward point, and there is no run. So just like how you are a Chase fan, there are other persons who have favorite players. You remember earlier the gentleman asking why Mackenzie not in the team. Someone asked about Blackwood. Persons will ask about Obe. They will ask about King and so on. So everybody have their favorite player who they would love to see playing. And we appreciate that. So we can't do all of that. Seals, ball to Zorzi, cuts away. Can't beat cover and there is no run. So instead of taking up our energy with all of that, as supporter of the West Indies cricket team and not supporters of individual players, but the team itself, we concentrate on those who are playing. So a discussion about Chase will happen, but not during a test match. The discussion is really about those who are playing. I hope you understand divinely. So thank you for the comment. Seals over the wicket to Zorzi, leaves alone through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains at 45 for 1. Thank you, Robinson, who is on work and is following. I appreciate you. It looks like rain is about to come. The groundsmen are gathering. Thank you, Mr. Forum, for bringing the cricket live. I can't see it live here where I am living in the USA. Thank you, Shirley. It's my pleasure. Cabello Sebele, morning, doctor. Good vibes, as usual. Let's support those who have been chosen to represent us. Thank you very much. So that was outside by reading that comment. I missed it. So at the end of 15 overs, the score is 45 for 1. So that's it for me for this morning for the first 15 overs. However, I will back with you for the post-lunch session. So it's me alone. I am alone. So I will do the first session here, 15 overs. Have a great day, everyone, and see you for the session after lunch. Hope the rain stays away, though. So the score is 45 without 1 for 1. For South Africa winning the toss and batting, or 45 for 1. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you for the post-lunch session. Thank you now.